Have you ever heard someone say something so outrageous that you just had to challenge them? You know, when someone makes a claim that seems totally false or unfair, well, that's where the word impugn comes in handy. It's a powerful verb that means to challenge or question the truth or validity of something. Impugn adds a touch of drama and sophistication to your vocabulary. Instead of simply saying disagree or argue, you can use impugn to emphasize the seriousness of your objection. It's like using a fencing sword instead of a butter knife. But where did this forceful word come from? Let's take a trip back in time to ancient Rome, where the story of impugn begins. The word impugn has its roots in Latin. The Latin word impugnare meant to attack, both literally and figuratively. Roman soldiers used it to describe physical assaults on their enemies, but lawyers and orators used it too, to describe verbal attacks on their opponents' arguments. Over the centuries, impugnare evolved into the Old French word impugna, which had a similar meaning. Finally, it crossed the English Channel with the Norman conquest in 1066. English speakers quickly adopted impugn, recognizing its usefulness in expressing disagreement and challenging ideas. From its early days, impugn has been a word used in formal and intellectual contexts. Think courtrooms, universities, and political debates, places where ideas are fiercely contested. Let's imagine ourselves in Elizabethan England. A crowded tavern buzzes with gossip and ale. A nobleman, Sir Reginald, boasts loudly about his latest conquest, claiming to have defeated a rival knight in a duel. Suddenly a hush falls over the room. A young man, Thomas, steps forward, his face flushed. "Sir Reginald," he says, his voice trembling slightly, "I must impugn your claim. I was present at the duel, and it was you who were disarmed and forced to yield." The tavern erupts in whispers. Sir Reginald's face turns crimson with anger. He has been publicly challenged, his honour called into question. The word impugn, uttered so boldly by Thomas, hangs heavy in the air. This little scene illustrates how impugn was used in the past, to directly challenge someone's statements or actions, often in a public setting. It was a word that carried weight and could have serious consequences. Section 4. The power of words, impugn and its synonyms. While impugn is a powerful word, it's not the only one that conveys the idea of challenging or questioning. English is rich in synonyms, each with its own subtle shade of meaning. You might challenge someone's statement directly, dispute their evidence, or question their motives. You could contradict their claims, refute their arguments, or rebut their points. Each word offers a slightly different way of expressing disagreement. So why use impugn? Because it carries a sense of gravity and formality that other words lack. It suggests that the matter at hand is serious and that the challenge is being made with careful consideration. Section 5. Impugn in the modern world, from courtrooms to comment sections. Today, impugn is still used in legal and academic settings where precision of language is paramount. Lawyers might impugn the credibility of a witness or impugn the validity of a contract. Scholars might impugn a historical theory or impugn the methodology of a study. But impugn has also found its way into everyday conversation. We might impugn someone's motives for doing something, impugn the integrity of an organization, or even impugn the taste of a friend who enjoys pineapple on pizza. In the age of social media, impugn pops up frequently in online debates and discussions. It's a handy word for expressing strong disagreement or skepticism about someone's claims or opinions. Section 6. Using impugn, correctly grammar and style tips. When using impugn, it's important to remember that it's a transitive verb. This means it needs an object, something that is being challenged or questioned. You wouldn't simply say "I impugn," you would say "I impugn your claim" or "I impugn the accuracy of your statement." Impugn is also a relatively formal word. While it's perfectly acceptable to use in everyday conversation, it might sound a bit out of place in casual chit-chat. Imagine saying to a friend, "I must impugn your choice of footwear." It might get a chuckle, but it's probably not the most natural way to express your opinion. Section 7. The enduring legacy of impugn, a word for the ages. Impugn has journeyed through centuries, from Roman courts to medieval universities to modern-day comment sections. It has retained its power and precision, offering a nuanced way to express disagreement and challenge ideas. So the next time you need to express your skepticism or challenge a dubious claim, remember the word impugn. It's a word with a rich history and a sharp edge, a word that can add weight and sophistication to your vocabulary.